Me and Boston Mike was talking, Boston Mike 617, and he texted me. He said, and shout out to him because he prompted me to do his last one. I actually had another one, but he said, "Yo, things started going downhill in 2011 or 2012." Then I started. He said, as far as the females acting the way they act. So, guys, everybody, I want you to. This is an exercise for you guys. Try to shout to Chris Kelly. Try to think back 8 to 9 years ago. Think back, guys. How were the interactions with women and how were they behaving 8 to 9 years ago? In 2011, 2012. Think back, and I'm gonna have some of y'all call the show as well. How are they acting? This was kind of it wasn't pre-iPhone. It was like iPhone had just came out 2 years prior to 2011. So it was like 2009. I remember. Shout out to TJ McAvoy Jensen. Great to see you. Good luck on your studies. Boosted Coyote. One of the pillars. I love to see the pillars coming in, supporting and showing up, as you brother should. So when 2011 and 2012 came, 2011, but prior to 2011, it was just MySpace. There was no Twitter. There was no none of that. I don't believe so. I think Twitter was 2009. But anyway, there was an influx of social media platforms being pushed out. Social media was just really hitting. Because prior to it was 2008, prior to 2011, I'm positive. And the reason I said 2011 because I'm going to give you what happened to me in 2011. That's why I put it in parentheses. Women, you were able to communicate. Like when I was in high school, I graduated in 07. So it was easy for me to just communicate with women and talk to women. There was no we had these flip phones, and but there was no social media like that. It was MySpace was just coming on to the scene. Right? And when I graduated high school, I went to the Navy in the summer of 2011. Or it was summer, August of 2011, July, something like that. And when I was in the Navy, everything was going good. Like the interactions with women, and that's when I was in Japan as well. So and overseas, so the interactions with women was just effortless. It was really easy. It was fun. Shout out to Conway, thank you, brother. And I noticed when I got out of the Navy, when 2011 hit, there was a specific instance that happened to me that made me wonder, what the heck? Because you got to understand, when I was in the Navy for the years I was in, 07 to 11, everything was going great. I had total cooperation from Asian chicks, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, all these different. So I didn't really experience the whole dysfunction, if you will. I didn't experience the drama like some of you might have had 07 to 11 because I was overseas, like I said. So I was getting nothing but straight cooperation, everything of that nature. So I come back and I get out of the Navy. It was 2011. I get to O'Hare Airport, right? And I never forget, I get my bags. I'm like, because I was such in a train of thought where I could just talk to women. Because, overseas, it was effortless. Everyone was approachable. Majority of women had smiles on their face. So I'm still in that mode, right? And when I get my bags from O'Hare Airport, when I arrive in Chicago, my sea bags and everything, I had 3 of them. I had 1 of them on my back and 2 of them in my hand. And I've seen this female. She must have been mixed or something. She was mixed with something, whatever. And I know she probably had a hint of black in her, possibly. So I said, hey, how's it going? I was, just approach. It wasn't necessarily approach. We were just getting our bags. So we kind of brush shoulders, right? So I said, hey, how's it going? And she's like, oh, are you military? I said, yeah. And then she just basically gave me kind of the cold shoulder. Kind of looked at me like, who is this guy? And I'm like, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm in the military. I just got, I should get far more respect. Clearly she sees I have sea bags on, right? And I'm carrying some. And she just kind of looked at me and that's when everything hit me. I'm like, what the heck? That was weird. And it was foreign to me because I never received that disrespect, right? She could have been Hispanic. She could have been Puerto Rican, something like that. I couldn't really too much tell. But, and I never received that look. You know, the foreign women overseas, they were all hospitable. They were on me. They were, if they didn't like me, they guess what? They smiled and said, "Oh, you know," they always give the X. Some of you guys know, and there was never any issues. But I got this look from this female, like, and she clearly looked at my sea bass because she seen I was in the military. I just got out, and she's like, kind of looked at me like, and went about her business. I'm like, the look of disdain. So I'm looking at her like, what the heck? Like, okay. And that's when everything clicked. And I'm like, damn, I'm really back home. Fuck, I'm really actually back home. And I'm looking around to, you know, I'm like, and I was kind of happy to be back home because I'm like, you know, I get a different from Asian chicks. So I was just fucking with Asian chicks overseas. It was just bam, 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 bam. Shout out to TJ McAvoy Jensen. Thank you, brother. He says, keep up the world class work, brother Darius. Thank you, TJ, for your support. Love you, man. Chris Kelly 84 says, best advice to give a man who wants to get married: don't. There's no advice to give you. So I started to, you know, go to clubs and different spots when I got back home in the States. And it was just like, it was so difficult. And it was such a headache to try to like get women and talk to them like that. And they would just, like, I had to buy them drinks. I'm like, I never had to buy a woman a drink when I was overseas. I never had got the look of disdain and disinterest, like, and such disrespect. And I'm like, that's kind of, I always was welcomed in open arms, and the women's smiles were huge overseas, and, you know, they were feminine. And when I got back in 2011, I'm like, this is shit. And that's when I knew things had totally fucking changed for the worse. Because maybe in that 4 years of 07, 11, when I was going overseas, maybe that's when it was kind of patchy, or I don't know what happened because I wasn't here. I wasn't home. Right? And that's when the fuckery began in 2011 for me. And for a lot of other guys, if you can think back, that's when things really started to kind of go downhill, when women start to say, okay, you know what? There's now these social media apps that are out where I can talk shit, where I can flake on guys, treat them any type of way. Do you know a single mother of 4 will treat you like absolute shit? She will be aloof. She will give you one-word answers. Single mothers of 5. That's a sad world. And even women who don't have children will still treat you like you should be happy to be in their presence. Things went downhill. It wasn't necessarily MySpace, because MySpace, the chicks was still kind of like, I mean, it was a little bit of MySpace, but chicks were still a little bit of finicky on MySpace. But after MySpace, after everything else, because I remember I was overseas, I had a MySpace account, and I was talking to chicks. It wasn't really that bad. Then it started to get worse because every dude was trying to talk to chicks. All the chick has to do is download one dating app. They even have the Facebook app. Y'all know that? Y'all know the Facebook app that they have? It's like a Facebook dating app. Some of y'all gonna go check that shit out. But all it is trash fucking women. Things went downhill. There was no need, guys. I never knew what a dating coach was. I never knew what one was until I got back here in the States. I never needed a dating coach. There was never. Here, I'm gonna keep it real. The reason why you guys have approach anxiety, y'all know what approach anxiety is. When you see a chick you find attractive, whatever, that's because these chicks, you know how they be on bullshit. You know how they be acting disinterested, or you know there's an extremely low chance you'll get her number. But when I was overseas, and when there's that mindset where you like, damn, this chick probably ain't gonna give me, she probably ain't gonna cooperate. She possibly, but there's a high chance she's not. When there's like, when you know you're probably gonna get rejected, you just like say, fuck it, I'm not even gonna go with it. Not saying you know, your game is whack, but you just like, after so many rejections, you like, even if you got the 10% of chicks that you talk to, after so long, you be like, man, I don't even want to go through that shit. Go ahead, talk to where you from, man.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm from, I ain't man, trying to say off from nowhere, man. But man, I got a crazy one, man. Just man,
Well.
just
What state do you live in? How about that? What state?
PA, brother.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, now, it's hard to even say, man. Like, I'm 26. My parents been together for 35 years, and recently, I guess my dad, what he told me was he introduced pornography in a relationship, and he did the cardinal sin, I guess, showing a porno with a dude that had a dick is like twice your size, I guess. And my mom at 59 years old believes that a guy that looks like a porno black guy is going to be trying to date her and end up marrying her. And she's basically just like hurt my dad's complete heart and soul and doesn't even give a fuck. Thinks she's going to get all types of money because she gives her $100,000 in retirement in 2 years. So she's just, it's like crazy. It's exactly what you said. They pray and they pray and they pray and they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait. And then listen, bro. Like my dad is a good dude. Like real talk. Like he done all types of stuff for the community. Like he's a great man. So you would think, like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like he could be smacking all types of young chicks right now. Like I ain't say young chicks, like chicks like 35. He could be smacking them right now, and he don't. But my mother at her age thinks that she's gonna find a husband happily ever after that's making 14 bands a month, right? My pops makes 14 bands a month, so she thinks she's gonna just find some man, and I'm just like, the only way you're gonna find a man, like not that you're not pretty, but I mean even J-Lo don't go around and get all these rich rappers trying to date her now. Halle Berry has to pay male prostitutes to have sex with her. She can't even get people to date her. So like, it's crazy, bro. Like it's exactly what you're saying. These women just pray and wait for people to die.
Couple questions. It's all good, brother. I feel your pain. So your mother right now, your mother and father still married, and your mother made a comment about a porn star. Am I right?
Yeah.
And basically saying she would gladly upgrade or get a guy like that, or how that.
Yeah, basically get the porn star with like I guess a porn star, and then he went from I'm about to get a guy that just looks like him.
Hmm. And what'd your father say?
And my dad like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a divorce.
Right.
Because she said because at first it was just a fantasy or whatnot, and then she said he actually said if it was just somebody that was in Pittsburgh that looked just like him, would you just have sex with him? And she was like, yeah. My dad was like, all right, good, let me get a divorce. And then so now when you hit her with the you ain't about to get none, and if you do, we're gonna do 50-50, and I'm gonna get your $50,000 in retirement.
Oh, she said that to your dad?
No. Listen. My mom gets $100,000 in 2 years.
Okay.
But if they do, the divorce, my dad said he cool with 50-50 because he gonna get her retirement and she can get half of his. I guess he don't care. And I was just like, that's kind of stupid because your retirement is more than hers. But I guess he just, you know how he's been together for that long. He's just trying to be spiteful, I guess. But so he says that and. So then she started changing up the tune. He's like, I ain't giving you no money. I ain't giving you no alimony, nothing like that. So then she started changing up her tune. But then she told him I think like a couple of days ago, like some ill shit, like she be thinking about this dude all the time. Like, I'm like, damn, like, that's gonna break a nigga's spirit. I'm like, that, like, I can't even look, it's hard to even look at my mom the same now, bro. Like I'm on my whole world crushed, bro.
What's your name? Talk to us where you from. Talk loud for me, please.
she going to a lingerie party and shit.
Talk real loud. Talk loud for us, man. And be real boss. So you said you talking to a girl. You talking to a girl who's going to a lingerie party?
Yeah, it's for her friend birthday, and I was just like, so can I come? But I don't know. I'm asking around because I'm trying to see if that's just for bitches only.
Wait, are you seeing this girl? Or have you been fucking her? Are you together with her?
I've been fucking with her and stuff like that, like a year now, shit.
Oh, y'all just been fucking. How many times y'all fucking a month?
How many times we fucked every month?
Yeah, on average. How many times y'all have sex?
Like 4 times a month.
Okay, so once a week you said, and it's been consistent for the past year.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent. That's damn near like my shorty.
Okay, and is she black?
Yeah, she's black, literally.
And you said she has a lingerie party. And
but she talk like a white girl. She got like a white job kind of, but that's kind of beside the point.
And you want to go to a lingerie party?
No, I don't really want to go. I think that's only for girls only. I was just asking her, can I go? And then that's when she told me it was really for girls. And then she was talking about it's gonna be like sex toys there and shit like that. They might purchase some sex toys and shit.
Yeah. So what's the? What are you asking me? Are you?
I'm just asking. Typically, men are not invited to those kind of things unless they're gay, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, a lingerie party. Yeah. It depends. I mean, I never was invited to one. I just. Why did you want to go? Why did you want to go anyway? What appealed you to the lingerie party?
No, I mean, I didn't really want to go, like, for real. I was just seeing what you was going to say. But that was my first time hearing it, some shit like that, so.
Okay, question to you. Now, do you know if she's fucking somebody else? Anything?
Nah, not to my knowledge. I don't think she is. She's been pretty consistent.
Well, think about a lingerie party as well. There are most likely guys there. Probably more stud type of swole guys. Kind of like a bachelorette party, kind of ish. It's kind of like I heard a few of them. Like I was with chicks in the past. They've been to lingerie parties, but it's more like lesbian-ish, more bisexual. There might be a stud or swole dude type of dude there, fireman, or it's kind of like they'll have sex toys. You said she'll have sex toys?
Yeah, she said it's probably gonna be some sex toys there and shit.
Well, yeah, well there's gonna be sex and everything, but yeah, you understand, guys. And another thing, I'm gonna tell you guys something. 1 second. I'm talking to this chick, and I'm gonna put her on the Patreon. These women, and you gotta be real. Like that's why I tell you guys, ask women what they're about. This female that I'm talking to, she said, and I could believe it, but I was like, am I really hearing this right now? She said, yeah, we have like a swingers type of party, right? And we have it once every 3 weeks. And I'm gonna put it on the Patreon, guys. I'm gonna get her to talk more. And she said that she likes to bite people, and she likes to be bitten. Like I'm talking about bitten like blood. It's like a fetish type of thing. Dudes getting kicked in the balls. She, all that shit. And I'm sitting there like, and then she asked me. She was like, "Have you ever been pegged before?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm sitting there. I'm like, "No, I'm not about that life." And she was like, "Oh, okay, I was just asking." And she was like, "Would you want to go to something like that?" And she was, I'm sitting there like, and she just bringing up all this shit. I'm like, this is, and then she told me, she was like, "Yeah, I peg guys and I get fucked at the same time." So I'm looking like, yo, the more chicks I talk to, the deeper and crazier this shit goes. So she says she fucks a guy with a strap on. It's a threesome. And some other guy is fucking her too at the same time. And I'm like, then I start to think, and I said, peg this, you getting fucked in the ass as a dude. So I'm thinking, yo, this is how women operate. This is what they love. Like this is not like we shouldn't be surprised. Like, damn, what the women love crazy, rough, wild sex. This is what they're about. They love parties. They love dildos. They love guys. I'm gonna keep it real. Women are far more freakier than us. Far more kinkier than us. See, us dudes, listen, all you gotta do is give me a blowjob, bend your ass over, I nail you real quick. Listen, I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna keep it 100. Give me some head. These women like, and she told me, she was like, yeah, there's pee involved. And I'm like,
Wow.
guys, I swear to God, y'all need to become a patron. This bitch, she gonna slap through on Friday. I'm gonna get this bitch to talk. Y'all gonna really see, and y'all really hear what these chicks are really about. And I'm like, am I really hearing this shit? And she just, the reason why it surprised me, because she looks so normal. Like, she looks like she would never do anything like this. I'm like, you like to be, she's like, yeah, I like to bite until like there's blood coming out, and I like to be bitten. She says she likes to be like, sometimes she gets punched in her body, and I'm like, and she like, gets gang banged. I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, you gotta be. I'm like, and I'm looking at her like, you're fucking. And she talked about so much more. She talked about whips, chains, there's belts, and a lot of women, and that's why I tell you guys, these women be going to these these party things, these get-together, these groups. And if you guys talk to women like you're supposed to, instead of just trying to fuck them real quick, they will tell you the things that they like. They love these parties. Yes, it's more satanic type of shit. Like they like. She says she likes tasting blood. I'm looking like, you have got to be shitting me right now. And I'm like, you work in corporate America. What do you? And I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. But then I said, you know what? It is basically sex ritual type of thing. Guys, it's extreme. And she's talking like, and then she's like, yeah, do you have any friends that might want to get pegged? I'm like, what the fuck are you? I don't, my buddies don't roll like that. And when I say it was crazy, guys, become a patron. Friday, I'm gonna get her to talk more in depth about it, so you guys can be like, yo, this shit is serious. This shit is real. But go ahead, brother, keep going.
So, basically, I'm a young guy, how do I avoid being attached, too attached? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one girl that comes in my life. I'm just gonna be really attached, and I just want to avoid the whole idea of marriage, because I don't want to be completely heartbroken like the dude was explaining his father to be. After 35 years, now you want to try to finesse. I just don't have time to be falling for these traps. I want to just be self-made bachelor for life, just have women forever, and just obviously protect myself from STDs. So I always use a condom, and just keep my options open so I can explore. If I have any fantasy, then I'll definitely proceed. But as far as that pegging shit goes, that's dead.
So, you gotta talk a little louder. Shout out to Terrell Torrance. Thank you for supporting. You said you wanna know how could you not get attached. But let's get back on this one chick that you talking about. Let's stick to that first. Now this female, this black bitch, have you had unprotected sex with her, or has it been always with condoms?
No, it's been unprotected.
How long?
Like a year.
Oh, so basically from start to finish?
Yeah, not right away, but the second month I met her, that's when I started going raw and stuff like that. When she started taking birth control, I was busting all inside of her. And after a year, she's still not pregnant. So to me, she's somewhat trustworthy, but I still don't trust these hoes as far as I can throw them.
So you've been busting in a raw, and you don't know if you're the only dude type of thing?
Yeah, I just really don't know if I'm the only dude, but I get checked out, and I don't have anything, and I just been laying low, not really focusing on broads, and any other broad that I do have sex with, I make sure I strap up.
Now, is that the agreement that you guys have with you two have? Like, hey, if you fuck with another chick, use a condom, or if she fuck with another dude, that's never been brought up?
No, that's never really been brought up. She honestly wants us just to fuck with each other though. But I don't know how promiscuous she really is on the low.
Very. She's going to a lingerie party. You think they just modeling lingerie? No, that's a when a woman says she's going to like some lingerie party, that's basically a bachelorette party for her to sleep around and or like use dildos, like you said, sex toys. That's what that's going on. Listen, women love. God, I can't even. Women love kinky, crazy sex. Like guys, we just like
You wanna know what there is?
what?
I feel like I know what she likes too, but I just haven't really like you know how like sometimes like you like man I'm trying to get swole a little bit not for the female but for me, but you just want to make sure you're physically fit so you can do more things in the bedroom like maybe pick her up and have sex, but I really don't have time to be doing that to her for her. So it's like if I can't, I'm thinking in my head if I can't do that then somebody else that's buff will. And that's what kind of like fuels my like slight insecurities. I'm not really insecure. I know I have good dick, but it's just like, damn, bro, I gotta pick this bitch up. I gotta fuck her. It's like you just, I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not just
Well,
selfish. I'm not just selfish. I always want to make sure she calm and shit like that.
well, yeah, I said a woman's a freak. Every woman likes to fuck. Like, dude, she's gonna get bored of you. You might have good dick like for a month or two or three. Women love to venture off. That's why I tell you, she's not yours. It's just your turn. Every chick you deal with on this planet is not yours. It's just your turn. Don't get like attached. Now, a question for you: do you have any other women you fucking with, or just her?
Well, I mean, I have a couple other ones I'm fucking with, but I mainly just focused on the bag right now because I'm, getting ready to get a better job and stuff like that. So I'm not really tripping right now off the woman until I can get my own place, and that's when I'll really start dating seriously.
Okay. Well, that woman that you're dealing with, do you like her like that, or have you expressed to her that you like her, or on that level?
Oh we definitely talk deeply and we open up. That's why I'm like, she might be a good one. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. Well,
like,
does she cook? What do you guys talk about?
oh yeah, does she cook? Does she cook for me?
Yes.
Yeah, when she was in college, when she went back to college, when I would go visit her, she would cook for me. I'll take off of work a couple of days, and she would cook steak, corn. Like she cooks for me. And, like just the other day, she made me some hot chocolate. She baked me some cookies, and we was watching this one movie with Terrence Howard, and then what was it? Morris Chestnut. I forgot what it was called. It was like I really forget what it was called, but it was like a funny movie, kind of, and it was this guy who wrote a book, and everybody started to find out. Um, I don't know if you know the movie I'm talking about.
So it's like a romance comedy type of movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she made you some hot cocoa. You said.
And then you baked me some cookies, and we were just watching that. Then I feel like I know I had to go pretty soon, so I'm like, we're not gonna watch the second movie. So I just cut it off and got straight to business. Then my side bitch called me in the middle of me getting my cock up. I had to make up a lie, man. Like it was wild, bro. But I think she likes me. She's doing all of this for me.
Okay, and actions speak louder than words. So when you guys talk about do you talk about the future or anything or?
We do kind of talk about the future. But she in Chicago right now, and I'm getting ready to relocate and stuff like that. But just hearing a lot of these episodes, it makes me want to just do me because it's like I haven't been able to explore. I know I can find a woman because I'm a handsome, decent young man, and it's just like, hey, I don't really know if I want to make this mistake of moving her in with me right away. Although she's proven to me that she's the one. Even when I was insecure at times, I'd call her. She would always answer the phone, let me know what she's doing. It's like she never had nothing to really hide.
Okay.
I I don't really try to be that guy, the insecure guy and shit like that. I try to stay focused on me and stuff like that. But she really don't give me a reason to feel insecure like that.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what needs to happen, and I'm glad you called. Now, what needs to happen on your end, you need to relax and just chill, because what happens with a lot of the times when it comes to dudes, when they start, do you cuddle with this particular woman? Does she, kiss your head and shit? Did she rub you down? Rub your head? Did she do that?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, she be massaging me real good, massaging my back and everything.
Okay. Well, what's happening is you're clearly getting attached, or if you're not already attached, and she's basically pulling you in, and you have feelings for this particular woman. What needs to happen is you need to relax and chill, because this woman is not who she really says she is like that. She's not all that cracked up to be, and I can already tell. I mean, she's a whore. Every woman's a whore, right? How old is she?
She's about 23.
Yeah, she's young. She's just now. She's in the huge phase of her cock carousel. She's exploring everything. How old are you?
22.
Yeah, so she's sleeping around. She's testing. She's experimenting. Even though it's a dumb idea for her to do, but she's experimenting. So what you should do is just relax and chill. Continue to make.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you one situation where I've been in with her.
Talk loud. Talk louder, please.
I'm gonna tell you one situation where I've been in with her. It's like we weren't getting together, right? And we just basically kind of ended. Don't you know those kind of on and off kitty kind of relationships that go on between couples?
Okay.
And one time I called her, even though we ended it, and she was with another guy. But this was like 8 months ago, and she was just leaving the club or something, and she said she was with her friend, and she was smoking, but she doesn't even smoke, and that sat with me like the whole time we was together and shit like that, and I try not to really think about it, but after I did that, I just explored, and I had other bitches calling my phone. I was just kind of using this jealousy kind of tactic, and it kind of worked and stuff like that, because like I just said the other day, it was this other bitch calling my phone while I was getting my dick sucked, but I had to play it off like it was my cousin, because it wasn't even my main bitch, and I don't even like her, so I'm like, listen, if it's not that important, I'll talk about it with you later, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm with my friend right now, so she kind of got mad and shit like that.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. So, in a nutshell, what you need to do is just kind of relax and put things in perspective. I'm glad you have an abundance mindset, like you're dealing with different chicks and you know you can get other women. But what needs to happen is you need to just really relax, because you don't want to go head over heels for this chick. Because you asked about can I come with you to lingerie? I mean, if she would have said yes, you would have went. Let's keep 100. If she would have said yes, you can come to the lingerie party, you would have went kind of like a puppy dog, right? You would just you'd have.
I don't think so. But I was just testing her to see what she was gonna say.
Yeah, because you probably wanted to most likely go. But nonetheless, I digress. The fact of the matter is, you don't want to get too caught up in a female, because you don't want her to go overboard or catch these crazy feelings, especially for a chick that hasn't even said, hey, has she ever told you, hey, I want to be exclusive with you? She want to be your boyfriend. She want to be she wants you to be her man. Has she told you this verbally?
Oh, yeah, we talked about it before.
No, has she told you, hey,
she doesn't mind moving in with me and stuff like that, but now,
well, of course, listen,
I'm ready.
Of course she doesn't mind, because that'd be rent free. But what I'm telling you, has she ever said, hey, I want you to be my boyfriend?
Yeah, it's like off the jump, like when we first started talking, she was just kind of putting that relationship vibe on me, even when I wasn't feeling it, and I just kind of like, you know what, fuck it, because I ain't really had that in a minute.
I know that. So I'm just saying, has she told you, like, hey, I want you to be my man, I want you to be my boyfriend? Has she told you this verbally?
Yes.
How long ago?
It was like a year ago.
Okay. And how often do you guys text throughout? Does she text you every day, every
Yeah, we text every day, but not like all day. We just check on each other to see what's going on. But she really be checking on me though. I just respond.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Don't think too much into it. What needs to happen is just keep having sex with her, keep hooking up with her, and just keep it like that. Try not to get too invested in her because she likes male attention. She's 23. She ain't settling down, dude. She's supposed to. She's supposed to settle down right now, but she wants to explore. She wants to go to laundry party. She wants to sleep around. She wants to talk to other dudes. You think she's talking to other dudes? You think she got other dudes in her phone?
I think she's promiscuous about it. But you know, if I go over there and be like, let me see who you're texting, I don't think I'll find a guy in her phone. But you know, the Instagram, you know, social media. I just don't try to be that type of guy. You know, I don't really try to be insecure all up in her business and stuff like that.
She ain't talk to where you from, man.
Hey, what's going on? I'm calling from New York City.
How's it going, brother? Talk to me.
Hey, man, that last caller sounded like he was about to cry.
Well, a lot of guys, they don't know how to master their emotions, or they kind of, I should say, they're confused a little bit because, again, when they're getting sudden cooperation and consistency over a period of time, they start to think like, yo, something's kind of off, or I should probably make her my girlfriend, but that you don't have to do that unless she brings it up to you. But if you're already getting the goods, why buy the cow when you're already getting the milk for free? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because I was seeing the comments, oh, dumper. Like, yo, you young dudes, man, need to understand something, man. When these bitches take a shit in the bathroom, it smells just as bad as yours. Stop putting them up on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop stressing over them. Keep doing what you gotta do. Handling your business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's an epidemic out here.
Think about it, shot the Boston Mike. I got to keep that in perspective too. I'm 30 years old. I've been in the game for a while. Well, it seemed like a while, but so me getting attached to a female, that's not even gonna fucking happen. I don't care how good the sex or head is. It doesn't. That's not gonna, because I've been with enough. But guys who are 22, like the previous caller, who are in their maybe 18, 19, 20, 23, what has to happen is you have to have a lot of different experiences with chicks, and you have to expect cooperation so you don't get attached when one chick out of the blue all of a sudden just shows up every Friday or Saturday on time. Then you're like, man, I think I really love. No, she just. You should expect it. You know.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Like you young dudes out there. I'm 34 myself, but like y'all gotta just start putting your foot down and start setting rules. Like real talk. Like too many of you guys are pussified, and you know you doing all this extra shit just to smell a bitch underwear. Like you know you going the extra mile for what? For nothing. You guys need to start putting your foot down, you know, setting your boundaries, letting these bitches know what time it is. And, you know, once they start acting up, hey, man, you just put it to the back of the rotation. That's all.
That's it.
You know, you let another chick graduate and you put her on ice for a little while. Let the bitch learn her lesson.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
Like, yeah, man, like I said, I'm 34, and, you know, I was blue pilled for some time, you know, in my early 20s, but I always felt funny about shit. That's why, you know, a lot of relationships didn't work for me. And I was just feeling funny because, like, I was doing shit that was going against my natural programming. And you know when you're doing something that doesn't coincide with the natural programming that God put inside you. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And, you know, once you stop, and once, you know, all this red pill shit it's ingrained in every man's DNA when you're born. Just stop going against the grain. Because you know when you're not doing something right. Am I wrong, Darius?
You're 100% correct. But what's happening is
feel that shit.
What happened is so many guys have been. It's through the media and through fairy tales and how he was raised that, you got to worship the woman, you got to do all these different things. And when you think back, you're like, I shouldn't even have to do that. And then now the red pill is coming into fruition. You guys have found this, however you found it, and now you're like, yo, I knew something was kind of off growing up or when I was in high school, but now you finally realize why things were off, because you were programmed to be a bitch. You were programmed to be a slave, a beta male simp. Dude, do y'all know chivalry shouldn't even be a word? Chivalry.
Nah, and actually the meaning of chivalry has nothing to do with women, fellas. It's about us respecting one another as warriors, as men. Like that's what the original intent of the word is. Is like if me and Darius have some beef and we settle it, we chivalrous to each other. We showing respect to each other because we had our beef, we settled it, however we settled it. Now we're moving on. That shit ain't got nothing to do with opening a fucking door or pulling out a chair. They hijacking shit, and it's like you young dudes, y'all don't understand it. And you gotta get this shit through your bulletproof fucking skulls, man. Like, just stop putting your foot down. Stop putting them up on pedestals. Focus on yourself, because at the end of the day, all of these bitches out here want a strong man. None of these bitches want to make their own decisions. None of these bitches want to be doing half the shit that they doing. Like, even these chicks with degrees and they doing their thing and they making all this money, where you think they getting that from? No woman looked up to another woman's, no woman ever said, I want to be a CEO of a company. How am I going to do that? They didn't look up and say, oh, this woman is doing it. They looked up and saw a man is doing it. They've been competing with us for how many fucking decades now? We the ones that are in charge, and we still in charge. It's just y'all need to understand that.
Exactly.
Y'all really need to understand that, man. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I went off a little bit. I don't know if you was trying to talk or not, D.
No, you're good, man. Hey, the floor is yours. The floor is yours.
You guys, it's crazy, man. And stop trying to be friends with these bitches. When you watch one of these National Geographic shows and you see a fucking lion going to get a sip of water at whatever little lake or whatever little water source they have out there in the jungle or in the Serengeti, you don't see the fucking lion sitting there having a drink with his food. Don't be friends with your fucking food. Simple as that. All you men out there are fucking, you're born and bred to be predators and hunters. We don't play with our food. You don't see fucking sharks swimming around with dolphins. They tearing them motherfuckers up. Do not be friends with your food. You're fucking men. You were put on this planet to fucking build, destroy, conquer, do all of that shit. Stop simping to these bitches. It's tiring and it's pathetic. It's sad to watch, man. It's real sad to watch.
It is, exactly. But us men knowing this knowledge, us men coming together, we can slowly make a change. And if things are starting to get turned around, y'all might not notice.
Yeah.
Y'all might not notice, but it's getting turned around. It might not seem like it right now, but these women are waking up. A lot of men are waking up, and it's for the better. It's for manhood.
Yeah, real talk, man. Like, I'm saying, like, me, I'm 34. I like to fuck. I'm not going to lie. Most guys do. But honestly, I'm not trying to go off on no religious rant or any of that nonsense because, a lot of people aren't religious, but you shouldn't even be doing it. Because, I see some of the comments in the chat right now, or a few minutes ago, I should say, where people are bringing up diseases. So, yeah, you have a point. If that's your main thing, like, if you're afraid to catch something from these nasty bitches, then don't be fucking. You know what I'm saying? For all you dudes that's out there fucking, don't be eating no pussy, because you gotta understand something too. Like, how many bitches you done fucked raw, right? And Darius, I'm sure you can attest to this. There's been times like back in the day where you fucked up and you was fucking a bitch raw. Yeah, the bitch might have been clean, but how many niggas done fucking nutted in that bitch?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And as dirty as that pussy can be, real talk, because I'm a nurse, man. So it's like fucking the HPV virus, right? Bitches will have that and don't even know they have that. You can eat that pussy and you can get that shit and it can become throat cancer. Like, you guys gotta start, like, wising up, man. Fucking just stay protected, stay on your shit, keep focusing on yourself, and you gotta understand something, man. Like, we rule the fucking world. That's what we were put here for. And, there's a lot of shit you got. Guys, keep watching Darius's videos. Keep watching as much of this content as you can so you can start understanding that stuff. You need to like, step into your own and be your own man and all that shit. But, like, just stop, man. Stop with the simping. When you see you got a homeboy or a little cousin or brother or something that's being a simp, don't clown him. Pull him to the side and just try to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't trying to hear what you're trying to say, be like, all right, yo, here's my man Darius's videos. Send him some videos to watch. Like, we really need to put an end to this shit as best as we can. Because not every man is gonna take this red pill. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are still gonna simp, but we got to do what we can.
Exactly.
We really got to do what we can.
Listen, brother, I appreciate those words. They appreciate it. I love hearing different guys call who have wisdom, man. Aside from myself, plus it gives me a little break to sit back and and just chill.
Yeah, drink your Capri Sun.
Yeah, man. Hey, Capri Sun, y'all need to sponsor me. This is the 50th, 100th damn live stream I've done. But brother, I appreciate you for calling.
Y'all need to sponsor him. If my man catch diabetes, God forbid, from them Capri Suns, y'all owe him something because he stay drinking them shit.
Hey, I think it's like 35% less sugar than the average drink. But thank you, brother, for calling. Love you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yo, God bless you. And all y'all young dudes out there, man, stay up and remember what I said. I don't have a channel, but Darius does, man. Keep listening to Darius and other real red pill content creators. Because, just stop the symptom, man. That shit is a fucking disease. And we really need to stop it. I'm going to check y'all later. Peace.
What's your name? Talk to us. Where you from?
Hey, what's going on, Darius, man? Hope everything's going well with you. This is Charles. I'm calling out of Maryland.
How's it going, Charles?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Just to speed you up to date, I remember talking to you in the past summer. I went through a bad break for 5.5 years. Ex discarded me pretty much because of my lack of knowledge of red pill content. And kind of want to piggyback off the previous caller. To one of the callers who made a statement about, his situation with, dealing with different women, the movie story or whatever. Now, I was seeing in the comments section, a lot of people, not supporting the dude because the dude is young. He might not have the knowledge that Darius may have or other people in the comments may have. So instead of just, bashing this person, saying that, oh, it's a starter, whatever the case may be, calling him a simp or whatever the case, we were all simps at one point in time of our life. We all were because we didn't know due to the media conception and also the brainwashing of, putting women on a pedestal. And, thanks to young brothers like Darius and, others who are out there as well trying to push out this content to make us more aware and put men back to where they need to be. We need to kind of uplift people who call in and, share the shit that they got to say because you got to understand, man, as a man, me sharing that story to you the past summer, I put a lot of shit on the line because a lot of niggas they might have not known what I've been through and could have judged, but as men we put ourselves out there to get the content, to be better, to actually be on top, to be more successful, in the game of women and also in the game of life. So I just wanted to say that out there, and I wanted to speed you up to date with what's going on, man. Ever since I've been listening to you, brother, my pussy rate has gone up. I've been fucking Ukrainian, German, Costa Rican, all these different types of bitches. It don't even matter. Just because of listening to your content, man. And I thank you for that, man, because I was lost, man. I'm 34 myself. I'm going to be 35 in 2 weeks. For my birthday, I'm going out with 2 bitches. And they know about each other. And they don't even care. They don't even want a relationship or nothing. I'm just fucking them. One of them, they come to my job and bring me lunch. Another one, last weekend, she fucking took me out for a movie and took me out to dinner and all that shit, man. So it's y'all gotta really read the content, pay attention to the content, watch the videos, man. And stop bashing one another, man. We all were simps at one point in time, man. We all had the fucking blue pill, man. We all had that shit. But now it's the get back time. Now we gotta level up, we gotta boss up, do our research, keep listening to these videos. Keep bigging each other up, keep leveling up, and just, take this world by storm because as men, we are creators. That's why in the Bible it says God, man, and the woman. Because the woman finds God within us because we got a leader, we got a teacher, and do all that shit. We have so many responsibilities as men. The one thing I just would like to say is just keep helping out each other. That dude in the other people in the comments or whatever talking, whatever they talk, instead of doing that, why don't you befriend the person? Show them some more videos. Show them some articles. Be like, hey, man, I was in this position too. This is what you need to do. Instead of bashing, saying, oh, we need to get rid of her. Oh, you just sip and once a sip, always sip. We all know this shit, man. That's why we're on this channel. We're on this channel to gain the knowledge, to get some of the healing that you can't get from other people that don't know the content that Darius may know or some others may know. You know, that's really all I had to say about that, man. Love you, brother. I appreciate you. Keep doing the good word. And I'm sorry I haven't been donating to the church lately. My check didn't come yet, but it's going to come on Monday, brother.
Listen, man, love you. I appreciate those words. Keep your head up, man. I'm glad to hear positive success stories, man. This is why I have a channel like this, because I want to help as many men see the light as possible. Well, listen, we always, guys, I done bought bitches clothes. I done simp bitches. I mean, I used to simp. Y'all wouldn't think it was me, but it was me when I was 18, 19, 20, between 18 and 22. I that was me, a beta male. No, I got laid, I got pussy, but I mean, it's always that one chick that can do it to you. So we've all been there, and we've all fell short at one point or another, one point in time in our life. Keep motivating each other and keep picking each other up, because listen, it's all about life is a journey. You know, I'm not.
That's right.
I didn't think I never thought I would have a channel. I never thought I'd be doing any of this. So I'm just grateful to help as many men as I possibly can, and that's one of my goals in life. Thanks for calling, brother. Appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. You guys take it easy, man.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, talk to us where you from. Oh, this is Boston Mike. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, man, it's more metal extras in a long time, man. A lot of people are spitting out good knowledge today.
Yeah, you know how it is, Boston.
Exactly, man. But yeah, man, just to piggyback off to the last two real quick. Yeah, that young cat, man, 22 years old. That's the only way you gotta learn, man. It's just to get the knowledge, man. You gotta get the reps in. You gotta have the experience. That's key. That comes with age. But I mean, if you're listening, I don't recommend anybody under the age of 25, like to date anybody, and invest the time and resources in yourself. And like I said, it's just a learning process. That's the only way, man. The older you get, the more chicks you fuck around with, the more experiences, good, bad, and different. The better situation you put yourself in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But yeah, man, that's a good topic we got going today, man. But yeah, I agree, man. Right around 2011, 2012, as soon as the smartphone took off, and as soon as all the apps came about, I swear the freaking internet just straight up weaponized the pussy, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And this is Boston Mike on the line. We texted back and forth. I'm like, you know what? Something caught my attention and jogged my memory. I said, dude, 2011, 2012, that was when things took off. It was only MySpace. I remember it was only MySpace. And then I think it might have been Black Planet or some other stupid shit, but it was like MySpace. Then after that, everything, people started shelling out these apps. And it was when iPhone came out. Because there was no apps on like the flip phone, clearly. It was just like, and when they started with these smartphones, all the apps. So all they just take a flick of your thumb, and you apps everywhere. You got the dating apps called Hinge. You got Plenty of Fish. You got Bumble. You got OkCupid. You got Bagel, some Bagel fucking thing. You got Meet Me. You have I'm missing so many right now, but this is how the internet is. It messed up relationships and the dynamics between men and women, how we operate and how we socialize. Now you got women who got horrible attitudes, and on top of that, they fuck around, they cheat around. It's not gonna get better. Shout to the Age of Z. He said, "Real recognize real." Thank you, Age of Z, for your 20 shekel contribution. Much appreciated. We also have Mr. Tennessee 101. Great to see you. What's up, family? Shout out to Darius. Keep preaching the message, brother. Dropping the email donation or small donation to the collection plate. #time. #pillar support. Thank you, Mr. Tennessee. And
shout out to Mr. Tennessee.
the Age of Z. But go ahead, Mike. The floor is yours. Forgive me.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, because you got to think about it too. Like the options were limited. You know, that's what that shit came down to. It's like you think about what, like pre 2010, like these bitches didn't have smartphones. If anything, they used their parents' computer, like cell phones. Like any younger person, they have no idea. Like you had minutes on your phone, or like maybe free up to 7, free up to 9 if you had Sprint. So it was like you couldn't talk to nobody. You had like penny texting. Like, oh yeah, I can't call or text this guy because I got no more minutes of using your parents' house phone and shit. And then, like, there was no flaking or ghosting. Like there was almost none of that shit. Like that shit, I didn't even experience that until 2012. Before that, you had the consistent fuck buddy, you had the friends with benefits. Their options were so limited. Like if a chick said she'll be there at 9 to fuck you, she was there at 9.
Right.
But then as soon as that social media took off, as soon as they realized, Facebook and all these other apps, as soon as they realized they could post one bikini picture and get 400 likes, 400 comments, the game was over. The game changed. The internet weaponized the pussy, and it was over.
Man, I remember like I never knew what flaking and ghosting was until like I had came back home to the States, and I'll come to think about it, I never y'all won't believe this, I never got flaked on when I was in the Navy. The chick just showed up, we met, and we met up, we hung up. It was so easy, and some of y'all probably would never think like this, but it was so fucking easy. And back here, it's like, man, you got single mothers who just like flake off. You got bitches who don't even. Oh my god, it's just horrible.
I don't remember that shit though. I don't remember that shit. Like we're around the same age.
Yeah.
And like I started fucking like from 2006 to 2012. Like you never heard of STDs. You never heard of flaking. You never heard of ghosting. You never heard of single mom. Like you never heard of this shit.
Nope.
It was unheard of.
Nope. Until these bitches got a phone, the internet, and connections, and now they just horrible, man. Shout out to Mr. Emmanuel. He said, my first live stream here. What is the word spin or simping? Being thirsty and beta male chasing women instead of women chasing you. Yeah, that's what simping means. It means putting women above yourself, above your agenda in life, making her your number one priority, buying her things without her reciprocating the same energy, worshiping her, becoming a stepfather, all down the line. That's what simping means. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so basically it's like the game has changed. The game is over, right? Social media's taking over. All they got to do is, with Instagram and all the bullshit, all they got to do is take one picture and it's over. You're not going to stop the Simps. Unfortunately, like I said, the internet weaponized that shit. So it's like they're forever pedestalized. Like, do I think they'll ever be taken off the pedestal? Maybe, but not in our lifetime. Maybe the next generation when them sex bosses is taking over, man, and these young cats that is running through, wearing out the batteries and fucking breaking the wires and shit. But unfortunately for us, it's, I think it's gonna be a lonely time because as of right now, it's their time. It's their time. If you want to call that shit a war or whatever, like they won. They're on top. You can ignore them. You can pump and dump. It's not gonna change anything. The game has already changed. It's gonna be the younger generation,
Mm-hmm. It's already changed.
Unfortunately, it's a sick ass time, man. We had to see it in our lifetime, but.
And it's not gonna get any. Guys, it's not. Women's attitude, their entitlement, how they treat you, that shit is not gonna get any better. As long as you live in, in a westernized civilization. Some parts overseas, maybe I forgot where, UK, somebody said. But it's not gonna get any better. I heard UK bitches are horrible too. I've been hearing a lot, like, man,
Yeah, I was hearing too, like New Zealand bitches are pretty bad. I heard those bitches are crazy, man. Like all the guys have moved out. Majority of the country is all girls. They're all feminist. They're all manly looking. All lesbian type shit. To a point where guys don't even want to fuck with them. They have so much of a shortage. Like the girl to guy ratio is ridiculous. It's 20 to 1.
Horrible.
And that's what guys are doing. Guys are just picking up and leaving. Nah, see ya. You don't want to cooperate. You don't want to get on the shit. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta stay strong. Like the last caller said, you gotta whatever your shit is, man, you gotta you gotta draw the line in the stand. You gotta stay there. Like, you can't give in. Draw the line and say, look, this is what I want. This is what I'll tolerate. This is what I won't tolerate. And if that means like you might get one pump and dump, one shit for the whole entire year, so fucking be it. So be it. Because the minute you cave in, it's over. It already is over. You know?
Whether you cave in or not.
Yeah.
It's a done deal.
So, I mean, that was it, man. I just want to put my 2 cents, man. Like I said, keep spreading the good word, man. Hopefully, like I said, we can wake up more people and try to improve other people's lives, man. You know, try to save some of these young people, man.
That's the number one goal. Thanks for calling, Boston Mike. Appreciate you, man.
Always, brother.
What's going on, man?
Hey, bro. I just checking, bro. Is my volume good?
Yes. Wonderful.
Alright, cool, bro. Yo, I just kind of wanted to share a small story and ask you a question. Is that cool, bro?
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, bro. So, you know that, we're all coming from a place where, we were Simps, So, my story kind of starts from a discovered Micto, I guess. I've been purposely going out my way to definitely not think anymore and stuff. So basically, I found this chick like a week ago.
Okay.
And I decided that, there's no way I'm going to fucking simp here. I've done simp enough in the past. I'm not going to simp anymore,
Okay.
So bro, I didn't simp at all for this chick. I didn't open any doors. I didn't try to make her laugh. I didn't buy her shit. You understand?
Okay.
This bitch fell in love with me, bro.
You said he fell in love with you?
Yeah, bro, she fell in love with me quick. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I fucked her about 2 days ago, bro, for the first time. And I hit it raw, bro.
You said you did what?
No.
You fucked her 2 days
I
ago?
fucked it raw.
Oh, you fucked her raw?
Yeah.
Why you fuck her raw?
Alright, that's what my question was going to follow up to, bro. So for me, like, I don't enjoy condoms, bro. I know it's a big mistake on my part and shit, but the thing is, I've been listening to a lot of, like, Victor Knight and stuff,
Okay.
and basically, like, I'm in my final year of college and shit, too.
Okay.
So, I'm going to migrate soon and shit, so I don't really give a fuck if she gets pregnant or if she keep it or anything. That's up to her,
What do you mean you don't care if she get pregnant?
I just don't, bro.
Why?
I spread my seed. Understand? I spread my seed. These bitches don't know anything about me. They don't know my names and my real name. They don't know anything about where I live. Nothing, bro. So I just fuck them. I could still catch a STD and shit, I guess, but I've been fortunate enough not to. But I don't give a fuck if I get pregnant, bro. I spread my DNA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where, how, well, keep going. The floor is yours. I'm just listening.
It sounds like you're kind of shocked, but yeah, bro, it's all good.
Well,
I'm telling you,
think about it. Here's the thing. Think about it. I'm not necessarily shocked. Due to the fact that guys, yes, it's insane what he's talking about, but the fact of the matter is, as men, we're biologically driven to spread our seed. Okay, so now I wouldn't pull what he's doing, but we're biologically driven to shoot loads. And I'll give you an example. When I was in the Navy, speaking of, because we had these guys, right? When I got to my ship, and they said, "Yo, Darius, we're gonna make you part of the Raw Dog crew," and I'm like, "What you talking about?" And I'm like, "We'll see." He's like, "Yeah, just come on Liberty with us." Liberty is, we go out to off the ship and do whatever we want to do. Fuck chicks, drink, whatever. And I went on Liberty with 4 other guys, right? and it was in the Philippines, and they was just fucking chicks raw and spreading their seed, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. What? And he's like, yeah, we gonna, they just want to spread their seed all overseas. And I'm like, dude, what are you? And yes, it's crazy. It's of course it's crazy. It's like suicide. But the fact of the matter is, that's how we're biologically driven to pretty much do. It just we just put it's been a cap put on our us being able to do that, and child support, alimony, all these different diseases. So yeah, I never forget that they so I don't want to say I don't want to say I understand you. I mean, I don't want to say yeah I condone what you're doing, but I said as far as understanding, I guess I understand. But you said now you so. How many women have you had unprotected sex in the past year?
This year? This year one?
Yeah, how many different women?
Probably about 3, bro. I haven't been going hard. I mean, because I don't say, bro, I'm in my final year of college, so I'm mostly focused on school and shit. Understand? But I'm not opposed to, like, fucking them, bro. I swear. If I can have 10 chicks pregnant by the end of this year, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not going to mind any of those. I'm not going to look after them at all. Because you don't know that females, they're the one who really ultimately have control of whether
question.
they have a child or not, bro.
Okay, question. Now, is it to get back at chicks or just to spread your seed, or is it a combination of both? Which one is it? To get back at chicks, like is it? What is it?
No, man, it's not outrage or nothing like that, man. It's not getting back or anything, bro. I just live in my life. It's just spreading my seeds, man.
Okay.
And let my last name build up,
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate you for calling.
No.
You calling from Jamaica?
But you know what I wanted to ask you, though? Yeah. I wanted to ask you about condoms. Like, give me a lesson on condoms. Like, what kind of condoms do you use? Because I've tried those, but I find that they just kill the vibe. You know what I
Oh, you talk about the feeling? It kills your vibe. Like the when you wear condoms, it kills your.
What I'm wondering is are you using like a bad brand or what kind of condoms do you use? Bro?
What kind of condom did you use the last time when you had sex?
Trojan.
Okay, use Trojan condoms. Can you continue to use those? Thanks for calling, brother. Love you.